Hey everybody, I'm sure many of you are going to be coming from my Facebook page, Black Women Moving On, and in light of all the negative events happening recently, I decided to do a video on changing tragedy, feelings of tragedy into transformation, transforming yourself into a better woman with all this negative stuff floating around. There's just, everybody's talking about it, and I just noticed that, many of us are getting in our feelings and a lot of things are offensive, but remember to use these tragedies as an opportunity to make your life better. And I'm just going to share some things that I've decided to do to improve my life in the midst of all this chaos with this racist, coonish fraud impersonating a black woman with these crazy psychopathic killers and terrorists walking around shooting up churches. I'm going to move away from that and list a couple of things that I think that everyone should do, well, black women should do, and that I will be doing to kind of change things. So I'm in a good mood today, so I'll be smiling a lot. So number one, gun lessons. Gun lessons, gun lessons, gun lessons. If you can go to a gun range, go. But I would suggest you invest in something more long term. Gun lessons will teach you gun safety as well as your laws. Go and look for gun lessons. Check on Living Social or Groupon for discounts on gun lessons or discounts for the gun range. We need to learn how to protect ourselves. There are classes for children. And you're saying, what? Children? Yes, children. Many of these teenage boys from a certain demographic are taught how to use guns at a very young age by their families. People are like, oh, where did they get the gun? They're taught how to use guns from a very young age. And the majority of them use it for hunting or recreate, they're fine. But our children, our black children, need to learn how to use guns. They need to learn the laws. And, a lot of you women, and I speak from a woman's perspective, we need to know how to protect ourselves. I would like to see more black children and more black women and black families know survival skills and being able to defend, protect, and attack are survival skills. So gun lessons as well as putting your girls, especially your girls, no matter how old they are, put your girls a cheap, quick alternative to martial arts for young girls. Put them in self-defense classes. These self-defense classes will teach them tactics to get away from someone who tries to attack them. This video is not to be negative, but this is to tell you what you can do to make your life better and your life safer. Put young girls in self-defense classes because they're cheap. Some of them are even free. Put them in there immediately. Very quick alternative. Also, for the long term, put your daughter, son, whatever, but I'm focusing on the girls, put them in martial arts. Pick one version and put them in there. Their confidence will increase. They'll be able to disarm, maybe even defend themselves against attackers, male attackers. Put them in martial arts. Start with self-defense for those who are aware. Start with self-defense. For those, get them in gun classes. You go first. You go first, and then put them in there. Survival skills, growing food. Did you know that you can grow food from your table scraps? Like, I will be growing some lettuce on my patio very soon, or really tomorrow. I'll be growing lettuce, and you can grow garlic. You can grow all kinds of things, and you don't have to have a lot of land. I know many people in urban areas, they like, oh, I don't have land. If you have a even if you have a window with some sunlight and some scraps like lettuce, you don't even need sunlight. I saw a woman grow lettuce from the bottom of the lettuce stalk, and she put it in her office and it grew. And I'm gonna post a link to an article about how to grow from scraps. But in the meantime, if you do have land, I encourage you to just look up some YouTube videos will show you how, or how to grow your own food. Start with vegetables, easy to do vegetables, and start growing them because our children need to know how to eat. When Hurricane Katrina happened down south, in a lot of the urban areas especially, many black people were out of luck. They did not know how to cleanse their water. They didn't know how to go to a remote area and grow food. I saw people looting for television electronics. The most important thing you need to have at all times is things for emergencies, backup water, dry food, um, candles, and waterproof flashlights. Um, Knowing how to defend yourself in a case of emergency situation, in case a disaster does happen, having a gun, learn your laws, get a gun, buy a gun. I'm telling women now to start buying guns. Buy guns. Teach yourself, teach your children. Buy guns, learn the laws, and don't tell people either. Don't tell people what you're doing, because many people will, especially black people, aren't used to um, utilizing their rights to bear arms. And teach your children, but do it privately. Tell your children, do it privately. This is for our family, for our protection. Don't tell anyone, because like I said, many black people are so used to being victims, they don't know how to stand up and protect themselves. So do these things, grow food. I'll be growing my own food. I'll be taking self-defense classes. My husband's taking martial arts now, but I'll be taking self-defense first, and then I'll transition into martial arts over time. Exercise, Planet Fitness. I'm a part of Planet Fitness. I got in during a deal, $10 a month. $10 a month for a gym, and they offer classes as well. Go to Planet Fitness, or some community centers have it. Some community centers have a cheap fee for using their gym. I'm going to Planet Fitness myself. Um, Go to Groupon for yoga. Many yoga studios have introductory rates. I started Bikram yoga for $30 for 30 days. So I spent $30, and for an entire month I got to go to yoga anytime I wanted. Only once a day, but literally once a day every day, and I did, and it was amazing. For yoga especially, Groupon has rates on packages to save money, and look for introductory packages. Look for military and student discounts, and stuff like that. Check if you have cable. Check your on demand. There are fitness videos a lot of the time, but mostly if you're watching this, check YouTube. YouTube has so many free exercise videos and DVDs uploaded on here. Billy Blanks, all of that. Check free yoga videos if you don't have a lot. Like my TV doesn't have a good selection. Go to Google free yoga videos. There's so many websites with free 30-minute or longer yoga videos. Get them at from Target or Walmart, and start from your home. But I definitely encourage everyone to do Bikram yoga. It doesn't matter what your size is. I would, just start stretching. Even just start stretching. Stretching every day. Stretching the different parts of your body will make you more flexible, so that when you do start yoga, it'll be so much easier on you. Um, Getting a passport. I already have a passport, but I need to get it updated. My name, since I got married. So get a passport and travel. If you can't afford to travel abroad, travel, within our country. Travel domestically. And, I just came back from Florida. It was amazing, and I've never been there. And we have so many beautiful natural things. Especially if you're a woman, don't think you have to go with someone else. Go alone if you don't have anyone else to go to. Don't wait for someone else to live your life. Start traveling. There are so many blogs about black women traveling all over the world. Google, easy ways to travel on a dime and a budget. Do that. Learn another language. I speak many other languages, but for now I'm actually learning German, and I will be uploading a video on introductory German videos about how to say hello and everything else. So learn another language. Look in your industry. What language would be profitable to learn, or what countries have you always wanted to go to? So that way you can start planning for travel now by learning the language. Right? See how I'm setting you up here? And learning about the law. Now, with a lot of, you never know when you're going to need a lawyer. I would suggest you either start studying the legal system, learning a little bit about law in your spare time, or what you need to do is you need to start learning your rights. Um, but no, so the main thing I wanted to say now is, if you don't know about the legal system, you need to have a business card of a lawyer. You need to have an emergency lawyer. Start learning what it takes. And a lot of lawyers have free consultations, free initial consultations. Do your research on how to get a personal lawyer. If something happens to you in your family and you get arrested or something, you want to be able to have you need to know your lawyer. Once you find a good lawyer, know your lawyer's number by heart. And you need to also give your lawyer's contact information to somebody in your family you trust as an emergency contact. So if you need to call someone, you say, call my lawyer. You have the number. Call them. Learn about the legal system and get a lawyer, and learn what it takes to get a lawyer, because it is invaluable. However, if you do know your rights, you may not need a lawyer. But sometimes with the way how tricky things can be, lawyers are a great asset to have, because a lot of the public defenders, they are in cahoots. They are friends with the judge. They're friends with the police officers. They're friends with all of them. They legally have to give you lines, but they are friends. They're all connected in that system. So these are some things that I'm doing. Instead of focusing, I am no longer talking about any of these negative things. I am focusing on what I can do to make my life better. Before I end this video, before I end this video, I'm gonna pull a card. I have a card here. I have spirit animal cards that are really have positive messages. Um, and I actually keep getting this. So this card is the Hawaiian owl. And it says, your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens that come from them. And, many people, when their family members die, they feel like their grandmother, their father is watching over them. They'll come to them in their dreams, and they'll say, they just feel their comfort. So I implore you ladies to pay attention to any messages or any comforting feelings from those who have passed. And even if you don't believe in spirit guides or ancestors who are watching over you, if you believe in angels, or your guardian angel, know that your guardian angel is watching over you. Know that your angels are looking out for you. And so I always, after every video, I will be pulling one of these cards because they have beautiful, amazing imagery and beautiful messages. So I want you to take that away from this video. There are people, there are spirits, there are angels, there are ancestors that are looking over you, that care about you and want to protect you. So that's all. This is Fumi from Black Woman Moving On Facebook, and you can check out my website. The link will be at the bottom, freespiritedfumi.com. I do have readings with these little cute owl cards, and I also do other readings, so check it out. And I also have other things like womb healing, crystal healing, a lot of different information on things for women and for people into all kinds of things. So check out the website and like my Facebook page, subscribe. So bye ladies, these are just a few things that I'm doing. This is what I am doing right now for myself. I'm not just telling you to do this. I'm doing this for myself because I am choosing to look at these events and say, how can I make my life better so that I don't have to deal with that, because one woman's misfortune is not yours. You are not bound to have certain negative things happen to you. So that's all I wanted to say. So have a great day, and